The island of Cebu is full of countless waterfalls, and in this video we spent the entire day in search of the best of them.
You're not going to get to experience it unless you come here.
The adventure was full of hiking, swimming, jumps, and just relaxing in these picture-perfect turquoise waters.
We've seen every shade of blue by now. We have to have.
We're excited to show you the secret waterfalls of Cebu Island.
We have made it to the entry point to Concanolog Waterfall, and we really weren't sure. It's a lot of windy roads, but we made it here. It was a beautiful drive, and now there's this tiny little trail that we're gonna walk up to the waterfall, and hopefully we'll be able to find it.
Today's exploration is definitely gonna be some off the beaten path locations, in addition to some of the bigger waterfalls, but just driving up here, I think we can tell that they don't see very many tourists. It's been a good morning so far. I don't know if biodiversity is the right word, but all of like the flora and fauna of the jungle here, and just an awesome landscape itself, even just for a hike, to be honest, much less to go hunting for some waterfalls.
I feel like everything that we're doing on this trip is always kind of like a question mark of like, is this the right way? Are we supposed to be going here? But everyone is so helpful along the way. You can just stop and ask and say, like, point and say waterfall, and they'll nod their head and smile. And so it's amazing. We're like hiking back on this random trail that feels like we're just meandering on the river by people's homes. This is incredible. Wow. This is amazing.
Concanolog Falls is pretty small compared to some of the other waterfalls that we've seen, but it's just as magical. Look at the water, the color of the green, the turquoise. We're not like photo editors or video editors or anything. That's what it actually looks like. Pretty awesome, excited to take a dip here.
I feel like this might be cooler than the others just because of the journey to get here along all those windy roads on the motorbike, feeling like we're the only tourists who venture this far. And even that hike up to this waterfall just felt so remote. Another
reason to get off some of the main tourist paths when you're here in the Philippines.
We just peeked over the edge of that waterfall. Wait until you see this. If you hike up just a little bit further past that first waterfall, you're rewarded with this huge waterfall behind me. I just feel like we're getting luckier and luckier.
I think we gotta try and see if we can climb up this to the last one.
I can't even express it. I feel like you're not gonna get to experience it unless you come here. Like, this is amazing.
What an incredible waterfall. What a great spot to just like sit and admire and swim in the water.
Although we could stay here all day long, there are more waterfalls to explore, so we're gonna hike back out and be on our way.
I don't know how the next one's gonna live up to this.
Kyle just flew the drone into some bushes. So now he's trying to get it. Oh my God, I don't think I'm gonna be able to zoom in that far, but I'm gonna show you what he's doing. He got it out, thank goodness. Always keeping me on my toes, this guy.
All right, all's well. Minor detour, got it back. It's not even broken propeller. This thing's durable, we're good.
That was a fun drive.
And now our next stop is Concanolog Falls, and it has this really cool footbridge that it looks like we might be able to jump from.
And guess what? We're the only ones here.
We intended to just take a peek, but we had so much fun jumping in the water here. On to the next one.
We're here at Concanolog Falls. We're about to head up now. We have a short time, but they do have a couple options. You can pay $300 to go up all the way to 8 levels, or we're just gonna do the short 0 through 2, which is only $150, but it still looks like it should be a good time. Safety protocols here are questionable. Just have to have the helmet on my head. It does not fit my head, so kind of just leave it unstrapped.
The colors here are incredible. Of course, a different shade of blue from all the other rivers we've seen, but the white rock from the limestone is just so different than anything we've seen. It's so beautiful. Everything here is beautiful. I know why people love the Philippines. This one's really cool. It's a lot different than the other ones. It's just like a white background with a pretty blue, and it's underneath a canopy of trees. Amazing. The stone is really rough, so you can actually walk across it really easy without slippery. And there's this whole section that the guys just straight ran up. We're not paying to go up to the very top, but if you do all 8 levels, you get to go all the way up there. This is incredible. The limestone sand is so fine, it just wraps around everything and creates these like awesome hanging vines of stone. The texture and the color is just so incredible. It's so rough, like you can just walk across it no problem. And the colors here, the blue water, it's a different shade of blue every river, every waterfall we go to. It's amazing. We've seen every shade of blue by now. We have to have.
We were a little bit skeptical because, again, we're running out of time and it looks kind of overly touristy, but it was actually really cool. And everything we saw in there was something we hadn't yet seen in the Philippines, so certainly worth the visit. And I'd say if you can, go up all the way 8 levels.
Our final stop of the day is here at Hidden Falls. It was 5 minutes down the road from the last one, and there are 2 different waterfalls you can go to and lots of jumps that Kyle's gonna try out. But look at how beautiful this is. recommend stopping at Hidden Falls if you like thrills, if you like jumping into waterfalls. This was such a fun experience.
We're slowly running out of daylight, so we just kind of popped in and like followed our guides upriver. There are 2 waterfall sets here, and both are amazing to look at, but I feel like that's not the highlight here.
Whenever you come, you definitely need guides because they show you all of the really fun spots to jump through, like this little keyhole on the side of the waterfall. I would have never imagined jumping from there. And they helped prop us up and guided us and showed us how to jump out, and it was so epic.
That was just the level 3 jump too. They went even higher beyond our capacity and jumped from there. It was awesome.
It's so amazing. This was a great stop.
This is gonna round out our waterfall tours for the day and actually all of our time here in Cebu, but what an amazing place in the Philippines.
Stay tuned for our next adventure in Siargao. I feel like a rainbow.